fellow hungry travelers. Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're here in Paris, on the streets of Paris. And today we want to talk about are some of the street foods you should have when you come here to Paris, because one thing you need to realize is restaurants aren't open all the time. So sometimes you want to get a snack, you're going to have to grab something on the go. And so what I have here is some of our favorite kind of on-the-go snacks when you're here in Paris. And if you're looking to save money, these are also ways you can save a bit of money on your food by snacking at dinner or lunch or whenever. So just giving you a heads up on that. And probably the one that you have to have when you're here is a crepe. Yes, crepes are everywhere. It's France. You have to have a crepe. But what's cool is since there's so many tourists all around and there's so many people all around that there's all these little crepe stands. You literally see a person stand there with two big hot circles in front of them. You're going to go there and you're going to order a crepe and you're going to love it. And the thing is, they have a lot of different toppings you can put on there. I know our go-to is Nutella, which is fantastic, but you can get chocolate, you can get bananas, you can get all kinds of things. But that's a really easy grab and go kind of thing. It can get a bit messy sometimes if you got your kids out there and the Nutella and all those things, but it is well worth it. Also, if you're looking for a quick eat, there's actually creperies you can go in and sit down, and that's a pretty quick thing. Also, if you're going to go one of those creperies and go down, you can have what's called a galette. A galette is not a crepe. It just seems like a crepe. It's much more a savory version of a crepe. So if you want some ham and cheese in there, or you want, an egg or whatever, you can do that. So there's a lot of different things that can go into there. So there's two easy, very compact, very easy to take away with you kind of street foods that are here that you can also get in some restaurants in certain places. Now, when you walk the streets of Paris, you will notice the most popular street food for little kids and strollers is actually a piece of bread. And you as a tourist should take advantage of that, because the best street food here actually is getting a baguette, getting a croissant, get a pain au chocolat, get whatever. Go to the boulangerie, go to the patisserie, grab some of those bakery goods because they're phenomenal here. I will warn you, if you want to get a good baguette or the good croissants and stuff, you need to get those in the morning, because by the afternoon it's kind of run its course. So you want to get them when they're nice and fresh. And you'll see little kids walking around or in their strollers with just some bread there hanging out, and you can be the same way. And the thing is, if you go and grab one of those baguettes from the bakery, probably nearby there's going to be a fromagerie or a cheese shop, and you can get some fantastic cheeses here to go with that baguette and just sit out at one of the parks, just sit on a bench somewhere, just take in the city and the people while you have an extremely affordable, extremely tasty snack or lunch when you're here. So that's another street thing I think you need to do. Get the bread and the cheese to go along with it. Now, if you would like to have your stuff already prepared, there's actually another sandwich that's quite popular here. And you'll see baguettes that are already ready to go, but there's the jambon beurre, which is a ham sandwich with butter. I mean, it's just a baguette with butter and ham in it. So simple, so tasty, so ready to walk around. And you'll see there's other sandwiches that'll be there. You can get what you want, but if you want the traditional kind of stuff, you just get the ham and butter one, and that's great and easy to carry around. No worries about that, okay? And you just throw it in your bag and have it later. It's really, really good. And I know some people are like, I want something warmer. I want something a little different. Another thing you might see when you're walking around, and is actually one of my late night snacks things I like to grab, is actually a kebab. A doner kebab, which is like the Turkish bread, and then they put it in the little panini thing, they toast it up, and they put the sliced up meat in there, and the salad and the tomatoes, and then they put the sauce on top. Oh, it's so good. Get some fries with it, even better. But it is a street food you'll see people having, and it's something available to you when you're going around that can be affordable. Now let's go back to something extremely, extremely French that you will see in cafes. You will see it on the TGVs, and that's a croque monsieur or a croque madame. Now, croque monsieur is a basically French toasted ham and cheese sandwich, where the cheese is kind of on the top and kind of in the middle as well. It's actually super good. It's one thing my kids will get as a snack during the day. Usually one of the cheapest things on the menu in cafes as well. So if you want to quick sit and eat, that's something that can work really well. Or you can get it as, on the go kind of stuff. And if you don't want ham, if you get a croque madame, that actually has an egg instead of the ham. And speaking of egg, I know it's not really a street food, but it's a quick food that you'll find a lot of places, is actually just getting an omelet when you're here. And if you see an omelet nature, that just means it's scrambled eggs, okay? Like that way, but it's so much more than scrambled eggs, because I see it that way. It doesn't really truly signify the omelet that it is. So you get other stuff in it as well, but that's also a quick eat kind of thing that you can get when you're here, street eat kind of thing. Not necessarily while you're walking around, but something you could actually do really good on your pocketbook when you're trying to eat cheap here. And then I think there's another thing we need to put in here, which is what you'll see at a lot of the tourist sites here, are gaufres, or waffles. Yes, you'll see those big, remember the Belgian waffles you had as a kid? You'll see those there topped with chocolate or Nutella or strawberries or cream or whatever. Whipped cream, you'll have all those, but that's another little thing, like sweet treat you'll have when you're walking around, and you'll see people getting that. Now, I will say something is that I know I said this is a video about street food in Paris. One thing you'll notice, you don't see a lot of people actually eating and walking when you're here. They usually sit at a park bench, or they're going somewhere, or they sit at a cafe to eat. So that's why I kind of want to give you some of these cheap eats, but also street eats here in Paris to help you enjoy Paris a bit more and have some of the local flair as well. Anyway, I'll say bye from here in the streets of Montmartre in Paris, and I wish you all the best and good eating here in Paris.